Hi, I've been asked to say a little bit about how the Foodbank is doing during lockdown. The first couple of weeks before lockdown were manic, with daily emails from the Trussell Trust with advice on options for all food banks, and confirmed at an early stage that food banks were officially classed as essential services. Our first casualty was the annual stocktake, held in the last week of March, which gives us an accurate figure of stock held at the end of each financial year. Our record showed that we had over 12 tonnes of stock, nearly twice that of last year, and imagine if you can, over 28,000 tins of beans, tomatoes, meat, rice pudding and more. During the year we received over 55 tonnes of stock and gave out nearly 50 tonnes, in itself worth £87,000. At our last count, we had around 130 volunteers, and with responsibility for their health, we've closed 3 centres, having a high number of volunteers aged over 70. It's left 4 centres open on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursday evenings, and Hope on Friday afternoons. In each case, our centres are a direct ministry of that church, running as a sub-franchise of a food bank. We've changed the way that centres work. No longer offering drinks, we pre-bag food parcels, no longer signpost clients to organisations for other help, and we ensure social distancing. This enables clients to be fast-tracked through for their benefit and for our volunteers. We've not furloughed our 2 staff members, Julie, our food bank manager, and Joe, our administrator, as both play a vital part in keeping the food bank running and work from home where they can. As many of our referral agency staff are now working from home and can't access our standard vouchers, we now have e-referrals, enabling them to refer clients by phone. In addition, where clients are self-isolating, we'll deliver the food contactless to their homes with built-in safeguards to protect both them and our volunteers. We've not seen an increase in the number of people fed during lockdown. During last year to March, we fed about 8% less than the previous year, and the months of March and April 20 saw about a 10% drop. My involvement has changed too, since Hazel was advised that she needs to be shielded and not leave home. I'm isolating and no longer involved in Hope's Friday food bank sessions, nor at the storage unit on Tuesdays, but there's still lots of trustee work to be done. My only outside involvement now is collecting Hope's pick from the unit to restock our cupboards and pre-bagging sufficient parcels for our next session, all when no one else is around, and this means 2 jobs less for Julie to worry about. At our storage unit, we've ensured social distancing. Centres email a restock list in advance for picking by unit volunteers and for collection at booked times to avoid everyone arriving together. We're open on more days, and we've limited the number of volunteers helping at any one time. Some of our unit volunteers are aged over 70, so now they're self-isolating. With lockdown, the community are less able to donate food, so we partnered with an online organisation called Banquet. Supporters give cash donations, which buy our most needed items and which are delivered weekly to our unit. Our first delivery arrived this week of nearly 400 kilograms and with a list value of over £500. Whilst church donations are down, we've received large donations from Morrison's. We're also getting weekly donations from Tesco's this week of nearly 1¼ tonnes, transported all thanks to volunteers from British Gas. This has enabled us to bless other local food banks with stock items they really need, which we've got large quantities of. We've recently been blessed with a second unit nearby, which gives us more space and will help with separating incoming and outgoing stock, but in the short term the floor needs repainting and the unit fitting out with racking, but we can't get the floor paint because of lockdown. In addition to our food bank work, we've been approached by Hinckley Council asking if we can help them with people self-isolating, having no friends or family nearby, but who aren't in the shielded category, so don't qualify for help via the NHS. They can afford food, so can't get Foodbank help. Our trustees believed that it was important to help this group, and in our charity's constitution, the objects of a charity, apart from the relief of poverty by the provision of food, includes the wording, or providing such other assistance as the trustee shall deem fit. This enabled us to say yes to the council and provide help to this group of people, as well as our usual clients. Overall, the food bank is very much God's work. We are simply his stewards. Time and again we've seen that as we honour him, giving gifts either of finance or stock, God will more than replenish our needs. We have literally seen the truth of Malachi 3:10, where he says, "See if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven and pour out so much blessing that there will not be enough room to store it." Thank you, Lord, and thank you for listening.